Hey, it's Up North Guy. Got another owner product review about this, the Predator 212 Chipper Shredder. I've owned this one for 3 years. It's a 2021 model. Gonna tell you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, how to use it, and some concluding thoughts on whether I buy it again. Alright, so here's how to operate it. What you're doing is feeding your materials, leaves and small branches in the top here. That's going to be just grinding right through the top of this. You got to be careful here with your hands. There's safety warnings on here. Don't get your hands anywhere near this. Always use a stick to push it down in there. Now for larger sticks up to 3 inches diameter, you just put them in that chute and it'll grind those up as well. So you can either use the top and the bottom. The output of it comes out of this little side door here. You can open that up and just sort of have it spray out anywhere you want, or there's a bag that also attaches to it if you want to use that to collect the materials as they get grimed up there. Again, be careful with this. Don't get your hands anywhere near there. That's where the blades are that are doing the cutting here. It takes regular gas. They do recommend putting some fuel stabilizer in there too. I use the Seafoam for that to start it. You want to open up the gas line. That's that lower lever there. Switch it all the way to the right. Then you want to use the choke on a cold start, and even on a warm start I do this too. So put the choke all the way over. That's the throttle, that metal bar there. It's all the way open when it's there to the left. It's all the way closed to the right. So put that about 1/3 of the way open, and then the throttle's in the right place. There's an on-off switch. You want to switch that to on, and then you just pull the cord and that will start the motor up. To shut it off, you just switch the little on-off switch to off. Just looking around the back here, just make sure that periodically you clean out this panel here. It does get some accumulation of debris in there. If that's jammed, you just want to open up that back panel with those 3 little bolts there, unscrew them. It also has brakes on the back, so that'll hold it in place. There's a 1 brake on either side to help hold those wheels in place when it's running. I recommend some kind of ear cover too. I'm using this that I use with my chainsaw. Even a face mask is helpful here because there can be some stuff that flies out of there. But it's very loud, so it's good to have some ear protection. Definitely be using a stick to push the material through there because you don't want to get your hands anywhere close. You need some way to do that. So here's the startup. I just pulled it. The choke doesn't need to stay on very long. It kind of just needs to be on there for a few seconds actually, and that'll fire it up. And then you can start to move the throttle more to the open position. As it warms up, it's going to get those blades going a little bit faster, and then you're ready for the first load there. So I usually do about a handful at a time. You can't put too much in there, but there is a little bit you get in there, and you just got to kind of keep pushing it down through with the stick to make sure it's not getting stuck at the top and it's going all the way through the machine there. So it'll grind up any of that mulch, and small sticks, really small sticks, go in the top there. On the side, here's the branch chipper here. That one kind of got stuck there, so watch your hands again, push it through with a stick. But this one will pull these branches through pretty quickly here. Again, up to 3 inches. This is probably about 1 inch or 1.5 inches here I'm showing you on these ones, but it just kind of does a nice job of ripping that thing right through there. Here's a fairly thick one. I'll show you how this one goes in here. And that's it. Here's what I like about it, the mulch. The output of this thing is great. It really cuts up a nice fine mulch out of these leaves to put back into your flower beds and plantings. Second thing is it's very easy to do the oil change on this. It's actually got 2 drain plugs and 2 fillers on either side. One is a dipstick, but easy to get to, easy access to drain the oil out and get an oil change for maintenance. Third thing I like is the branch grinder. It really crunches these big branches up quickly, just kind of yanks it right through there, no problem for the machine. Now for for the dislikes, the number one thing is that it clogs easily. You can only get about a handful of leaves in there at a time. You can't put a big pile in there and have it just suck it right through. You really have to babysit this. It just means it's a slower process to get all the leaves through there. Second thing I don't like is it's very hard to start. This motor is connected right into the blades there, so when you're pulling that cord, you're also pulling the blades behind it, which makes it really, really a tough start. You can see in the picture there, you really got to yank on it to get the thing to start. Third thing is the leaves will drop down onto this exhaust, which is right below the bin. And you think about it, you can't really help this because the leaves are going to be on top. They're going to be falling over, which they do, and they tend to get stuck in between that exhaust and the air filter there, and then right next to the gas tank. And you know, this exhaust is going to be hot. It says it right on there. That's going to tend to ignite those leaves right next to the gas tank, and that is not good. Fourth thing I don't like is the bag itself. I mean, there's really not a good way to attach it there. There's a little bit of a ring at the bottom. There's kind of a bolt there at the top. You sort of got to wedge it around the two of those. It does go on there. It's just not easy to get on there. And then the last thing I don't like is it moves on its own. Now here it is. I don't have the brakes on. I'm on concrete here, so it's going to slide a little bit more. But I put the brakes on and it starts to do the moonwalk. And when you turn the power up, it's going to be even more pronounced. So it's better on grass for sure if you're on grass, but a lot of times I'm on a sidewalk or I'm on my driveway like this and the thing is always sliding backwards. So you got to put some kind of a brace behind it there to stop the moonwalking. So would I buy it again? No. Too many dislikes, you could probably tell that from the video. So how could they improve it? Well, make that hopper a little bit easier to pull those leaves through there without getting clogged. That's one of the main things. Make it easier to start. Maybe disconnect the blades themselves from the motor so that pull start goes a lot easier. Some kind of flange for that bag to attach it on there a little bit more securely than what's there. A cover that goes over the exhaust between the bin up on top and the motor down below so those leaves aren't getting trapped in there next to the exhaust and potentially igniting. And then improve on those brakes. I mean, I want those things to be locked down. That thing should not be moonwalking. Hey, I'm all for a good moonwalk as long as it's on the dance floor and not with my Predator chipper. Check out my channel. It's Up North Guy on YouTube. I got more how-to videos, product reviews, life and living up here in beautiful northern Michigan. Appreciate anybody that likes a video, drops a comment in there, or shares it out. Also appreciate everybody that subscribes to the channel.